Artem was 29. He wasn't a criminal. He wasn't an addict. He wasn't lazy. He was just invisible. A forgotten name in a forgotten city. One of thousands. One of millions. Trying to survive in a world that didn't care. He rented a room in a crumbling building. The wallpaper peeled. The heat barely worked. Every morning he put on the same worn jacket and delivered food across the city. 12 hours a day, no benefits. No holidays, no future. Just enough money for rent, and instant noodles. He had a computer science degree, sure, but no job, no portfolio, no experience. No one replied to his emails. Recruiters ghosted him. After a while, he stopped applying. What was the point? Friends faded away. His parents stopped asking when he'd make something of himself. He stopped answering their calls anyway. Life became a loop. Wake up, deliver food, eat, sleep, repeat. Until one night that loop broke. It was raining. Cold wind cut through his coat. He was delivering sushi to an upscale apartment. The elevator was out. He took the stairs. Halfway up, he saw a man, older, silver-haired, trip and fall backwards. Artem caught him, just in time. The man groaned. Artem helped him sit. "You okay?" he asked. The man nodded. "I've had better days, but thank you." His voice was calm, intelligent, strange. Artem carried his groceries to the door. The man asked for his name. Artem told him. And that was it, or so he thought. 1 week later, Artem's phone rang. Unknown number. "Artem, this is Yuri from the stairs. I have something you might be interested in. Come tomorrow, 11 a.m. No address, no explanation, just confidence. Artem showed up. Yuri's apartment was chaos. A jungle of servers, cables, whiteboards, diagrams, graphs, blinking monitors, and half-empty coffee mugs. It looked like a scientist's lab, a hacker's den, and a hoarder's basement rolled into one. "I need help," Yuri said. "Not a developer, not yet. Just someone who can follow instructions. Someone who pays attention." Artem agreed. He didn't ask about money. He started coming every evening after work. At first, just organizing files, making coffee, taking notes. But then, he started learning. What was a neural network? Why did models forget after training? What's the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning? Yuri explained. Artem absorbed. He watched YouTube tutorials, read research papers he barely understood, took free online courses at night. He was tired, but this time, tired with purpose. After a few weeks, Yuri said, "You learn fast, faster than I expected. Let me show you the real project." It was an AI platform for automating marketing. Small businesses could input basic info, and the system would create full campaigns, emails, headlines, product descriptions, everything. Artem had ideas. Make the dashboard simpler, add tooltips, create visual feedback for each AI-generated suggestion. Yuri listened. Together they built an MVP. They launched it, no budget, just one Reddit post. First sale came in 2 days. By the end of the week, 17 customers. They applied for a micro grant and got accepted. $30,000, enough to rent a workspace, enough for Artem to quit delivering food. He was terrified, and more alive than he had felt in years. 6 months in, they had a working SaaS platform, 1,000 users, dozens of paying clients, small cafes, freelancers, solopreneurs. Everyone needed content. The AI wrote it fast. Then came an email from TechFront, a conference invite. Artem had never been on a plane. Now he was flying to Warsaw, sitting on stage next to startup founders, investors, AI researchers. He didn't fake confidence. He talked about real things, about how he'd failed, about how AI wasn't magic. It was just math with a goal, about how even the poorest kid could teach themselves if given enough curiosity. The crowd loved it. They left the conference with 5 funding offers. Yuri was quiet during the flight home. Artem didn't notice. Back in their new office, things moved faster. A team of 6, then 10, a CTO, a designer, 2 interns. They built integrations, launched a browser plugin. The money flowed in. Artem started dreaming again. Maybe he could help his parents. start his own dev podcast, mentor others like him. But behind the scenes, Yuri had other plans. He started missing meetings, delegating important decisions, talking about exit strategies. He wanted to sell. Artem didn't. The company was just getting started. They argued, not screaming, just cold, distant. Then one Monday morning, Artem arrived at the office. His access card didn't work. His email was disabled. His name was gone from the founder's page. Panic, confusion. He called Yuri. Yuri answered. "I'm sorry," he said. "I sold it. We disagreed. You wouldn't compromise." Click. That was it. Yuri had sold the entire company, erased Artem's name, used legal loopholes to take full ownership and exit. The investors were in on it. The contracts had been airtight. Artem had nothing, no money, no recognition, no lawyer, no options. And worst of all, no energy left to fight. He disappeared. For months, no social media, no calls. He couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. The depression hit hard. He questioned everything. Had he been naive? Was he just lucky all along? Then one night, sitting alone, he opened his laptop, created a YouTube account, uploaded a video. "Here's how I built an AI startup and lost it." No drama, just honesty, no blaming, just facts. The video hit 10,000 views in a week. Comments poured in. "You should teach. This is gold. Please make more." So he did. He started recording at night, explaining machine learning in plain language, talking about business, ethics, mistakes. He built a course, simple, affordable, one-time fee, no upsells, no fluff, then a second, then a full curriculum. He called it human learning. He did everything himself, edited, marketed, wrote content, replied to emails, and people responded. 1 year later, 500,000 subscribers, 30,000 course students, a TEDx talk, and an inbox full of stories from people he inspired. He made more money than he ever had, but more importantly, he had peace. One day he got an email from Yuri. It was short. "I was wrong. I was afraid. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's. I couldn't handle what we were building. I hope you're doing well." Artem stared at the screen for a long time, then replied, "I forgive you, but I'm not coming back. I'm building something else now." And he meant it, because sometimes what breaks you is what remakes you. Artem was never supposed to succeed. He didn't go to Stanford. He didn't have rich parents. He didn't get lucky. He just didn't quit. And now, he teaches others how not to quit either. You won't read about Artem in Forbes. You won't see his name on billion-dollar IPOs. But every day, someone in the world watches one of his videos and feels seen. And sometimes that's the kind of success that really matters.